Good morning, good morning. It's about 4:20 a.m. And I just wanted to make a video talking about my grandmother. I miss my grandmother a lot. She passed away December 8th, 2020. And I miss that lady. She was such an interesting woman. Sweetest woman. And she gave me a lot of insight on life and everything in between. Very, very religious woman. Probably the most religious woman you'd ever meet. She was the kind of lady that go to church every Sunday. She would go to church every day if it was open every day. She would watch church on TV. She would listen to it's not gospel music. It's another kind of like Christian genre of music. I can't really think of it right now. But it wasn't gospel. She didn't like gospel music. But this is a lady that would she would just engulf herself in religion, in Christianity. This is a lady that read the book, the Bible, front to back to front, up and down, left, right, 360, no scope. She loved the Bible. She loved God. She loved Jesus. And that was her main focus. You couldn't tell her anything about religion. You couldn't tell her God isn't real, Jesus wasn't real. She wouldn't want to hear none of that. So she was really, really in tune with her religious beliefs. And I miss that lady. I think about her a lot. Kind of feels like she's not gone in a way. It's kind of like thinking like she's still here. Like it feels like she's still around. And man, I love that lady. It was my grandmother on my father's side of the family, and yeah, man, I can't express enough how much, like, she was so into religion that, like, she didn't like, okay, she was so for God and so for, all good things. She thought that she thought that a commercial, if she saw a commercial on TV and an animal was talking in the commercial, like, that's the devil. You know what I mean? Turn it off. I mean, she was one of them ladies. Like, she didn't want to be bothered with none of that. Like, that was complete satanic worship. Like, that's the kind of person she was. That's how she looked at a lot of things. And this is a lady that didn't curse. You couldn't curse around her. She wasn't having none of that. And it's just so funny to me that that she was like that, because she had an obsession with a certain TV show. You can probably guess where I'm going with this, but okay, so I loved watching To Catch a Predator. I thought it was so mind-blowing. It was provocative. And I felt like watching To Catch a Predator on Dateline MSNBC with Chris Hansen was, I mean, just out of this world. Like, I don't know how they made a show like that. Like, I was kind of young watching To Catch a Predator, but I was just so into it. It was so fascinating to me to watch these men, carry out, try to carry out the things that they were doing. And I felt like a behavioral, analyst. Like, watching To Catch a Predator gave me such a deep look into the minds of pedophiles and sick men, and it was just really eye-opening to me. But what's so crazy is that it was like my grandmother's favorite show. This religious lady from head to toe could not get enough of To Catch a Predator. We sat down whenever it was on, and we both watched it religiously. No pun intended. And she would not only watch it, but she would get a kick out of it. I mean, it was her entertainment. And it's so polar opposite of a woman like this to be engaged with a show like this, and not only be engaged with it, but be entertained by it. And I mean entertained in the way of, just laughing at these sick guys, you know what I mean? Like how I looked at it, like, it was just so, it's unbelievable. Just complete polar opposite of who she was and what you think she would be into. And just thinking about my grandmother, man, like, thinking back about that, it's so funny to me. Like, cause I watched the show because, it was genuinely interesting to me. But to have my grandmother, a woman in her late 70s, early 80s, just in front of the TV, I just so captivated by the show. It's just amazing to me. And I think it was, it's like amazing, weird, funny, crazy, all in one. Like, man, my grandmother, man, for a lady, and like, so she wouldn't watch TV or movies with any kind of cursing, nudity, or anything, but here she was watching To Catch a Predator faithfully. Whenever it came on, and I was living with her at a time, and man, it was something to awe at, honestly. Man, I miss that lady, but To Catch a Predator, man, it was a great show. It was very, like I said, it was very eye-opening, and definitely gave me a look into, because while you see these men, getting caught in the act and trying to explain themselves, I think that's what got my grandma. She liked looking at guys on the show trying to, weasel their way out of trouble, I guess. Nothing about victims or nothing about, the crimes they commit, excuse me, was interesting to her. I think it was just all the lies and, like, just, the men trying to, get out of trouble and stay out of trouble and you know, cover up their uh, their their issue was what she really liked to see in the show. And I mean, looking back at who she was, you know, knowing her my whole life, it's just crazy to see her so engulfed with this show. Like, it was one of her go-to shows, you know, weekly, weekends, whenever it was on, she was there. And if I was around, I was there with her watching it, and we were having a blast, laughing, joking. Man, that's so crazy, man. Man, I miss that lady, man. I would love to watch watch an episode with her again. But that's all I wanted to say, man. If any of y'all like to catch a predator, or had somebody in your family like that was just so religious and, you know, a God-fearing person and God this, God that, but you would think that they wouldn't be interested in the show or want to watch a show like that, but she did, man. She loved it, and I love her. I miss her, man. That's all I wanted to say, man. If y'all got somebody like that, or know somebody, or you like the show as well, I mean, let me know. But other than that, time is important. Appreciate you spending yours with me. My name's Strategy. This is a different era.